Please read the disclaimer. Holy smokus, it ain't no joke. South Korea just flipped on XRP Plus. This is a huge week for the crypto market with all kinds of financial data coming out. We'll also talk a little bit about silver and gold. The time is short and we got a lot of work, so let's get into it. Currently, XRP is sitting at $2.07. XRP went all the way down to $2.03. But as the stock market opened up, we saw a rally of about 3% in that 2 hours, but now it has pulled back a little bit with the rest of the crypto market. You can see this is Bitcoin. Bitcoin also went up here and now has come down a little bit. XRP again, price action currently at $2.07. By the way, if you haven't yet smashed the like button, now is the time to do so. Let's try to get 1,000 likes on this video. I know you guys can do it. You see, for the most part, the crypto market has been in the red today, but it will be very interesting to see how this week plays out because it is a big week. We start out with the US market opening after the Trump-Powell situation. If you missed the video this morning about what is happening between the two, the Department of Justice and all that, I'll link to that at the end of this video so you can check that out. So far, the market did not react too poorly. The S market, right? It is in the green. It was interesting because the VIX started out up significantly. It popped up with lots of fear in the morning, but that has come down so far. Silver and gold continue to pop and to create high levels. You can see gold and silver just hit new all-time highs as US dollar weakened after Powell accused Trump of targeting the Fed. Now the Fed's independence is at risk, so investors are dumping dollar and buying metals for safety hedge. Precious metal bull run still shows no signs of stopping in 2026. Back in the day, when you didn't have a situation where the crypto market was so fearful, that could have come into cryptocurrency, right? But right now, I'm having some technical difficulty time. The internet wasn't working. There's like a storm here, so it could be that is the reason why. But what I wanted to show you is that the 30-day moving average of views on YouTube channels is at its lowest point that it's been so far this year, so far in the past few years. Here we go. You can see since we had that run up in 2021, this is the lowest point that we've been for crypto YouTube views across the board. So, you have a situation where there's just not a lot of interest in crypto. And so when the silver and gold are getting more attention and when there's fear on the dollar, the money is going into that market and not to crypto, but that could flip very, very fast. I've been here before. I've seen interest go down significantly and then come back. So we'll see. 13th of January, I appreciate you, by the way, that you're here and you're watching the video. You don't know how much it means to me that you guys are still watching the videos, even though, let's say we're down about 50% on the viewership, I think, from, let's say, September, right, or even before in the summer. So I really appreciate those of you that are still here and subscribed and watch the videos. It could be for my sense of humor, for singing sometimes, although I haven't sung in a while, or just my beautiful face. I know it's very beautiful and my very humble as well. So 13th of January, we get the CPI data. This is the most important CPI since the last CPI. That's the the joke. But we'll see what happened. Inflation has been going down in the US, and we'll see if that continues. And will that have any effect on the Fed? Because right now the probabilities are that the Fed is not going to reduce interest rates. Right now it's about a 95% probability that he won't reduce interest rates. So it's pretty, pretty sure 2 weeks out, right? So we'll see. And on the 14th, remember, we were thinking it might come Friday, but that didn't happen. Now it was postponed to January 14th. Supreme Court's ruling on Trump's tariffs. Again, that could create some fear in the market, uncertainty, and PPI, also an inflation data that we've seen rock the market before, and January 15th, Senate voting on Clarity Act. So be prepared for massive volatility this week. The market could go one way and then flip the other way. So just take that into consideration. If you are day trading, if you are short-term trading, there could be a lot of flippity-floppity So again, take that into consideration. As always, remember that I don't know what the markets are going to do day to day. Not, of course, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. This video is for entertainment purposes and educational purposes only. Okay. Also remember that I will never contact you on social media telling you to sign up to anything or to send me anything. Those are scammers. I'm not DMing you. I'm not following you. Okay. The only potential interaction that we could have is through the Telegram group, the free open Telegram group. So if you're interested, check that out in the description down below. And also on Twitter, sometimes I will reply there. But I'll never send you a DM. Okay. There's a lot of scammers out there, imposters. I've gotten a lot of them taken down over the past few months, but there's still a lot of them out there. They pop up like, what's the saying? Something after the rain, right? I forgot. This is very, very interesting. 400 billion Standard Chartered to launch crypto prime brokerage. Standard Chartered is a bank, right? If we Google that, right, you can see it's a corporate investing bank. We're seeing traditional finance more and more. This is nothing new, but in the past few months, past year, but especially over the past few months with, of course, Genius passing and now Clarity potentially passing as well, more and more traditional finance companies are going to be entering the crypto market because they see potential here. They see an opportunity. And so don't be surprised if you hear more and more big names coming out and having something to do with the crypto market in the next coming weeks, months. And yes, again, the price action has been not so great. Some would say terrible, but we know that, these usually are phases. These are, part of, remember last time we had a gap close. Okay. Remember back here when we had that big gap close, it took a while, right? After the gap closed, it took about 2 months almost, right? For the markets to, get back to similar levels and to create a new high, it took about 80 days. So if we're looking here, right, we're not far off of that, the gap closing, which closed here, we're about 50 days. So we're back in that area. And again, it could be in about 80 days, maybe, mid-February, something like that. Maybe that's when we could potentially see a breakout. Again, that's just what happened last time. Maybe something similar happens. But for the most part, it's acting very similar to what happened here. A little bit up, a little bit down, then you have a little bit of breakout. Ooh, we're going to the moon, and then pull back. So we'll see if something similar happens. It will be very interesting to see how that plays out. And some very interesting news from South Korea. South Korea, we've talked about this multiple times. They love XRP in South Korea. Upbit, the South Korean crypto exchange, is usually in the top 3. Sometimes it's number 1 on the daily volume trading for XRP. We know that last year when XRP was running up, a lot of the volume, a lot of the excitement was coming from South Korea. I wonder if I could do like videos and dub myself into Korean because I know that there's lots of interest there in XRP. But South Korea finally ends its 9-year crypto ban. Let me know if you're watching from South Korea and you're watching in English. Do you think there would be, people that would be interested in South Korea if I would dub myself or get some? I think you can do it like there's automatic, but I think you could do like a better version of dubbing. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if you think that's worthwhile. The FCS just cleared listed firms and pro investors to trade crypto again, ending a ban that started in 2017. Corporates can invest up to 5% of equity into the top 20 tokens, potentially unlocking tens of trillions of won. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but won to dollar is it's a big exchange rate. So $1 is 1,466 won. So it seems like a big number, but it's not that big. But again, it's big, but not tens of trillions. It's probably we can calculate that. It's a huge number. You know what? It does not really matter, but it's a lot of money. Okay, and that could potentially be coming here to the top 20 tokens. And what is the favorite token? Many times, even beating Bitcoin out on the exchange. XRP. So this could be a huge thing for XRP, and we'll watch out for XRP and see how XRP plays out again relative to the other crypto in the cryptocurrencies. Again, that's also something to notice. How is XRP doing relevant to the rest of the market, the crypto market? Again, right now, gold, silver, they're doing very good. Stocks are doing okay. Crypto, not so much. But if XRP is doing okay relevant to the rest of the crypto market, then it doesn't really bother me. If XRP was doing very bad and the rest of the crypto market was being good, then I would be a little bit concerned. Okay, but that's just me and how I view the market. Don't forget to smash the like button. Let's try to get 1,000 likes on this video. Don't forget to drop a comment, 8 for infinity and beyond. You can also drop a super thanks if you want to support the channel that way. Check out my website with my affiliate links if you're interested in that as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.